Now on Coast TV News.
Shopping small, stores in Rehoboth Beach are hoping for a holiday that's filled with a lift to their bottom lines. Cleaning up the boardwalk, why Ocean City is making it a top priority. After a week, President Biden leaves the beach. What's happening right now in Washington?
Cooler conditions are likely to prevail this week as a high-pressure system to our north will pour in some fall-like Canadian air our way.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
The perks of shopping small this holiday weekend. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf. Welcome to our News at 5. With the unofficial end of summer. Right now, you can see the hum of people heading away from the coast. The last holiday weekend of summer officially over. This is a live look right now westbound at the Bay Bridge. Traffic moving on this camera view, but leading up to the bridge, I just checked, delays are at almost 13 miles. And all those drivers hopefully brought their wallets when they were here. For businesses and beach communities like Rehoboth, this holiday weekend is crunch time to bring in some last-minute cash. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us how stores attract customers and why this weekend means so much for their survival.
Rehoboth Beach is a popular vacation spot for people, especially on Labor Day weekend. And small stores like these on the boardwalk are looking for a bump in sales. Many rely on the busy summer season to stay open, so Labor Day weekend is the last hurrah before the slow season begins. Mark Blattell, who works at Rehoboth Toy and Kite, says the key to attracting beach customers to stop in is to set up fun displays that grab the whole family's attention.
They have a fun time playing with the toys and getting together as a family and then making purchases, which is a good thing for us.
Many of the shops in Rehoboth Beach have unique gifts that you likely won't find anywhere else. And for out-of-state visitors, a big perk to shopping in Delaware is there is no sales tax. Robert Howley, who works at Shades in Rehoboth, says while a lot of people like to take the day off of work on Labor Day, for small business owners, now is the time the shops need to be open and ready to go.
As all small business owners on the Ave, we're really excited to have the tourists come in and shop and get some of the good stuff that they want when they're here.
While there's many stores here in Rehoboth Beach that close once the summer ends, there's a handful that are open year-round. So instead of going to major retailers, make sure you come to your local beach stores and shop small. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Lisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Travel this Labor Day weekend is up 9% from last year, but internationally it's down 4%. According to AAA, people hitting the road will get a better deal with gas prices in Delaware down to $3.10 a gallon. That's down from $3.50, slightly higher in Maryland, but both states still down compared to last year. And for those flying, the TSA plans to screen more than 17 million people between last Thursday and this coming Wednesday. Ocean City's Town Council made it one of its top priorities this year to clean up the boardwalk, starting things off with harsher fines when it comes to display signs being pushed too far on the boardwalk. If merch is too far on, officers can now hand out a $500 fine right away if they choose to do so. Council hoped by increasing fines that stores will keep the boardwalk clear of any unwanted clutter. As for litter, one vacationer gives high praise to the town.
There's an occasional thing, but nothing that you wouldn't expect from people, missing the trash can. No complaints. I find it clean.
Among other things, Ocean City Council will discuss tomorrow how dirty the boardwalk has been this summer and if anything needs to change this season. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what should Ocean City prioritize? Let's take a look at the results. All the items you see are on the agenda for Ocean City tomorrow, and 58% of voters right now say they want the town to prioritize fighting the wind farms, 35% say boardwalk cleanup, 7% say sports complex future. No votes yet for the room tax increase. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do that at coasttvnews.com or our mobile app. Fresh off of a 2-week vacation, 1 week of it here, President Joe Biden will once again hit the campaign trail for Vice President Kamala Harris. Biden left Rehoboth Beach this morning. Here he is at Gordon's Pond, heading to his helicopter where he flies out. The president spent most of his time in Sussex County at his North Shores home, leaving there for church or the beach. It's unknown how often Biden and Harris will be campaigning together in the lead up to Election Day. Let's go ahead and take a live look right now outside into Dover. A beautiful start to the week. Let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams on our First Alert forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And we are enjoying a wonderful, just an absolutely picture-perfect kind of a Labor Day for all celebrations and for all things that are boating. Oh, they're just coming off the screen right here. But this is a look at how it is right now in Lewis. Mostly clear skies, 78 comfortable degrees, by the way, with the winds out of the north at 8 miles per hour. We're expecting to settle into the lower 70s and stay clear, and we'll eventually slip into the 60s throughout the late night hours. We had a high of 81 degrees today in Georgetown, 79 for the high in Salisbury, and 80 degrees for the high in Ocean City. We do have one small little thing just to pass along to you. We have small craft advisories that are active throughout the entire Delmarva Peninsula, also over towards Cambridge as well. So we are watching out for somewhat breezy conditions up to 25 miles per hour. But we're looking for a fall-like feel this week with low humidity and plenty of sunshine. And there's more of this on the way, Maddie.
Thank you. People gathered at the Fort Miles Museum in Lewis today for the 8th annual Victory over Japan ceremony, celebrating the official end of World War II. Hosted by the Fort Miles Historical Association, the event honors the 774 Delawareans who died in World War II. Visitors saw the 16-inch gun barrel displayed at Fort Miles, which was on board the USS Missouri when surrender documents were signed in 1945. Volunteers read the names of 50 fallen Delawareans, as well as a special tribute to World War II veterans, including John Reichert.
John Reichert's family is here. They're paying a tribute to John. He was in the Pacific on the day the Japanese surrendered. So his family is paying tribute to him by dedicating a brick for our Wall of Honor.
Also in attendance was local World War II veteran George McCarthy. Reichert now lives in Rehoboth Beach. He turns 100 on October 28th. Labor Day for thousands of union hotel workers coast to coast has meant a weekend of walking off their jobs. They're on strike after months of negotiations for new contract terms have stalled. Laura Aguirre shows us how the strike is leaving several major hotel chains and thousands of holiday travelers with little to no service at some locations.
We're taking back Labor Day for the workers.
Boston members of Hotel Worker Union Local 26 are on strike, among more than 10,000 colleagues in cities nationwide.
We've been trying to bargain now for 5 months.
Stalled bargaining with the heads of Hyatt, Hilton, and Marriott, among others, led to the weekend walkout, leaving little to no service for thousands of rooms from cities like Boston and Baltimore to Seattle and San Diego, and even some locations in Hawaii.
We're going to do whatever it takes for us to have a better contract, better wages, better work conditions.
I don't think we're getting the respect from Hilton that we deserve.
Many travelers Monday faced long lines, closed amenities, and overstretched skeleton staff.
They've brought in managers from the surrounding area. We saw a temp agency go in today.
There's usually only a few people that are juggling like 2 or 3 people's jobs.
The union wants several pandemic-era cuts restored, like daily room cleanings. The hospitality industry has roared back from the COVID shutdowns, but union leaders say worker pay and benefits have not kept pace. The union is threatening to expand the strike to as many as 65 hotels across a dozen more cities. Hilton and Hyatt reps have both said their companies are committed to resuming negotiations and serving customers during the strike. Service that is falling short for a number of frustrated holiday travelers.
There's a lot of people that they can only afford one vacation a year. If you don't want to work, don't work. Somebody else will take your job.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
The strike was initially planned to last 3 days. It's unclear if that window still holds. New this afternoon, after leaving Rehoboth Beach, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris met in the White House Situation Room with the American hostage deal negotiation team today. Biden writing on X that Hamas leaders would pay for their crimes following the deaths of 6 hostages, including an Israeli American. President Biden said that the team discussed next steps in the ongoing effort to secure the release of those hostages and bring them home. Still to come, goodbye, Ramey, one of Delmarva's Andean bears leaving for a very important mission.
And we have a frisky fall-like temperatures that we're going to continue to track. If you take a look at what we've been doing for the last 13 days, all the blue are temperatures below the norm for this time of the year. And we have that same thing happening. I'll tell you more about what I'm tracking in a moment.
First, a changing workforce means changing significance for Labor Day. We'll talk the meaning of that up next.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community with a gift from a trusted family-owned and operated jewelry store for over 45 years. Just minutes from the beach, the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin. Back pain? Trouble sleeping? Slowing down? Reduce stress by 22% with hydrotherapy, lessening pain and improving sleep. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we have saltwater hot tubs to give you these relaxing health benefits. A simpler, cleaner way to relax using fewer chemicals and easier to maintain too. Why stress when you can relax? Hot tubs, hotter prices at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro and Lewis. Ask about 0% financing.
Only the best are left. It's gonna be a battle.
It's my time.
Strap in, here we go. Oh my goodness.
American Ninja Warrior, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Hello. Now that you've heard the rest, you can hear the best. We can be with the S and have this on your chest.
Snoop joins The Voice Monday, September 23rd. Set your DVR now.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
Drenched. Next Inside Edition, our female reporters singled out for bucket attacks. It keeps happening. Next Inside Edition.
Today at 5:30 on CoastTV.
Shop local at the Treasure Chest for the gift that means more. Say you care about your friends, family, and community with a gift from a trusted family-owned and operated jewelry store for over 45 years. Just minutes from the beach, the Treasure Chest on Main Street in Berlin.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
Labor Day is here, but beyond barbecues and a final chance to wear that summer white, what is the day meant to mark? NBC News' Zincle Esamoah simply explains.
Today, work looks a lot different.
How would you describe the workplace now versus, say, what it was like a few decades ago?
A buyer's market versus a seller's market.
Johnny Taylor is president and CEO of the Society of Human Resources Management.
Back in the day, employers, if you will, bought talent. And so it was very much up to the employer to determine the terms and conditions of employment. Fast forward, in a knowledge-based economy, everyone now understands that they sell their talents and their skills to organizations.
The seller, in this case the American worker, is celebrated on Labor Day. Put simply,
Labor Day, in some ways for many decades, was closely tied to labor unions in the United States, right? Especially up to the 1950s, 60s.
At the time, union membership was defined by craft unions or guilds. Think skilled workers, carpenters, plumbers, and electricians.
It's very much not connected to labor unions anymore, which have declined in membership, really since the 1970s. That image of the guy in a sort of steel-toed boots and a hard hat, mostly that doesn't exist.
Today, just over 11% of American workers are in unions, down from a high of over 30% in the 1950s. So how did we all end up getting the day off? Quick history lesson.
Labor Day officially became a national holiday in 1894 in legislation signed by then President Grover Cleveland. Now, there's some dispute over which labor leader first proposed the idea to kind of strike one day a year. And then some state governments over the course of the 1880s started recognizing this as Labor Day.
But the way we work has drastically changed. According to Pew Research Center, today, 14% of employees are fully remote. That's compared to 5.7% who worked from home in 2019 prior to the COVID pandemic. And the length of time spent in careers is changing too. Workers under 34 years old are on average switching careers every 1.3 years. That's compared to older employees switching every 4.9 years.
Why have we seen these changes?
Number one would be demographics. American birth rate's been on a decline.
Translation, fewer workers and more demand.
The second and perhaps most important reason is just the nature of business in a knowledge-based economy.
And then there was COVID. The nation reached a 20-year high quit rate following the pandemic.
The organizations who are going to win are the ones who get the right people and keep those people, keep them motivated. And so employers have to be far more focused now on how we treat our employees.
And that's Labor Day simply explained.
Well, here's your Bay forecast, simply explained. We're looking for 75 with sunshine, followed by 77 and 79 in Cambridge. And we're looking at the same general pattern in Crisfield, but a bit cloudy on Wednesday. Your full forecast right around the corner.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Beachy Furniture.
I think it's pronounced beige.
Maybe it's Besh.
Welcome to Beachy Furniture.
So that's how you say it.
No matter how you say it, if you're in the market for new furniture, just remember, it better be Beachy. From bedding, dining, and comfortable seating indoors and out, to traditional and contemporary styles for every room in your home, you'll have everyone talking when you hear the name.
It's not pronounced Bichet.
Beachy Furniture, located next to the Mermaid a few miles from the Delaware beaches on US Route 9.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tubing with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Right now, get a new Tacoma SR5 with low 4.99 APR financing. Or lease one for just $279 a month for 36 months.
Come in today. Ooh, like.
Toyota, let's go places.
When MAGA extremists took away our rights, Kyle Evans-Gay took action.
Kyle fought for her daughters and ours in the state Senate, delivering the strongest abortion protections in Delaware history.
She took on the NRA to ban assault weapons and protect our communities.
Led on securing our vote and our democracy.
I'm Kyle Evans-Gay, and I'm running for lieutenant governor because a new generation will champion reproductive freedom and fight for our families. Let's do this, Delaware.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
CoastTV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
We have an interesting fall pattern that's going to kick in for this week, thanks to a high-pressure system well to our north in Canada that's going to pour that Canadian air in our direction, keeping us in that fall kind of feel situation. Our gutter helmet camera in Ocean View, 77 degrees with winds out of the north. Now we'll slip to 69 degrees under clear skies by the 9 o'clock hour. Overall, we're staying pretty quiet. Now we see a few scattered clouds here and there pushing in from the southwest, moving to the northeast. But we have a small craft advisory in effect off of the Sussex County coast and from Ocean City down to Chincoteague. And we also have a small craft advisory for the folks on the other side over in Cambridge, Hudson, and Taylor's Island. In all cases, we're watching out for we're watching out for winds moving at about 25 miles per hour, maybe a little bit less. And this dips all the way down to the most southern portions of the Delmarva Peninsula, staying in effect until 8 o'clock there. Generally speaking, the cold front's already pushed through, but this is that high pressure system that's now beginning to become dominant. It's going to become a big, gigantic behemoth, so to speak, of dominance throughout the entire Northeast. In fact, so much so that we may actually have some frost warnings in New York here this week before the week is done. It's going to be that chilly, thanks to Canadian air. 81 for the high. in Georgetown, 1 degree cooler than that in Ocean City, and 1 degree cooler than that, actually, in Salisbury. The change in temperature dropping by 4 degrees in a lot of locations for us, but our headlines, we're looking for that fall-like feel for the entire week. Low humidity, plenty of sunshine, abundant sunshine. All right, but keep in mind, by the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, that's when we're looking for the wet weather to make a comeback. Now, we had highs bouncing from the 70s into the 80s for the last few days in a row, but as you take a look at our expectations right now, we're looking for 70s, 75 Lewis, 75 Georgetown, 73 Millsboro. More sunshine in Cambridge, 75, 77 in Easton and in Vienna. And to our south, 75 expected in Salisbury and Berlin, but 73 the expected high tomorrow, Ocean City. So you see, in the morning time, 8 o'clock, we have the winds coming out of the north-northeast, with temperatures starting off in the 60s. Now, we're not expecting much sunshine, but not much movement with the temperatures. That cooler air is going to really tap down our movement with the temperatures. Wednesday morning, we start off in the 60s, and then by Wednesday afternoon, we're in the mid-70s, but still fall-like 70s. Low humidity, too. That's going to help it feel that much cooler. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast, 75 to 77 to 79. That's all very manageable. But then 80 with some rain on Friday and 78 with some more scattered showers on Saturday, Maddie.
Here's some good news. The Mega Millions lottery jackpot has climbed to an estimated $681 million. The good news is if you win, because your cash option is $336.1 million. The jackpot swelled after no ticket matched all 6 numbers in Friday night's drawing. The next drawing, it's tomorrow, and if there's a big winner, it's the 7th largest jackpot in the game's history. Coming up this weekend, the Shore Living Expo. The event celebrates all things health, wealth, and home on Delmarva. As you can see on your screen, it's this Saturday from 10 to 4 at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7 p.m., tune in to see the 2024 ZAP skimboarding competition. 10:30, it's the final score. And then on DSN Plus on Tuesday, the main event at 5 o'clock, you can watch Kent Island football play Parkside. Then multiple DSN exclusives you don't want to miss. 4 p.m. in boys soccer, North Dorchester plays Mardella. At the same time in girls soccer, watch Queen Anne's County play Snow Hill. And tonight at 6:30 p.m., watch Aspira play Sussex Central in boys soccer. Coming up, a recall for new Toyotas, what drivers need to know, next on Coast TV News at 5.
You shouldn't have to choose between the kitchen update you need and the vacation you want.
With Paul Davis, you can have both.
Change the look of your entire kitchen. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition, and it's done in as little as 3 days.
All for half the cost of a tear out.
And that vacation you wanted?
We'll give you that too.
Pay nothing for 12 months and get a luxury vacation for 2. Call Paul Davis for a free same-day estimate or visit the showroom.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts. Here to help now.
Windsor Teak of Falmouth Island offers over 100 different teak tables, over 24 different extension tables featuring self-storing leaves. They come in 2 different heights, dining and counter, plus 2 different widths and 2 different shapes, oval and rectangular. Extension tables start at 66 inches long and go up to 138 inches long and can seat from 6 to 16 people. Plus, over 36 different folding tables. Our drop leaf folding tables can be used with 1 or 2 leaves up. When both leaves are folded down, you can store the tables in just 7 inches of space. The drop leaf tables come in 3 different heights, dining, counter, and bar. And come in 4 different shapes, oval, round, rectangular, and square. Don't forget to check out the non-folding tables, coffee and side tables, and buffet tables. Drop by our showroom and smell the teak. Or visit our website at windsorteakfurniture.com. And remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
In Delaware, a family earning $67,000 a year pays the same tax rate as one making $67 million. I'm Matt Meyer, and you don't have to be a former math teacher to know that's an outrage. As governor, I'll make the super wealthy pay more in taxes so working people can pay less. By making state taxes more fair, we'll help more families get ahead. It's not just smart math, it's the right thing to do.
Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Toyota is recalling more than 43,000 Sequoia hybrids. It's because the tow hitch cover on the rear bumper can detach and fall into the roadway. You're not good there. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said the covers could become road hazards and increase the risk of crashes. The recalled vehicles include 2023 and 2024 Sequoia hybrids. Dealers, though, they'll fix it for free. Today marks Andean bear Ramey's last day at the Salisbury Zoo. Tomorrow, he moves to the Zurich Zoo in Switzerland. Andean bears are highly endangered, so he'll go to Switzerland for a breeding program. You know what I mean. But for folks here at home, plenty came to send Ramey on his way.
Absolutely. We saw it on the news last night and figured it was worth the trip coming down and to see Ramey, and he put on a good show for us today.
Ramey will be accompanied by Salisbury Zoo staff. Unlike his dad Pinocchio, who's on a temporary trip to Nashville, Ramey will stay in Switzerland, just like his twin brother Inti, who didn't get as good of a deal and moved to the Wisconsin Zoo in May. Well, coming up, say goodbye to summer at the Bethany Beach Jazz Funeral. What you can expect at tonight's event. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Got real serious for a moment. Okay. What's with the what? What?
Muscle pain slowing you down? Invest in your health and wellness with Hot Spring Spas at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro and Lewis. Made with top-of-the-line technologies for a remarkable hydrotherapy experience, clean and easy. 5 times the filtration and self-monitoring that tells you what it needs to maintain natural-feeling water. With personalized control and multi-level seating to target muscle groups and provide comfort. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we believe your hot tub should take care of you, not the other way around. Visit Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro and Lewis.
Hey, welcome to Poppy's Tacos. There's plenty of space for you and all of your friends. The menu is packed with real deal Mexican eats. Build your own tacos are always a fan favorite. Authentic short rib is my choice. The fajitas are steaming and the smothered burritos are killer. We're open 363 days a year, so come pull up a chair. Poppy's, there's always a fiesta on 15th Street.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you will pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Local businesses are the lifeline of every community. And behind every local business is a person with a dream, putting their heart and soul into something they believe in. And when you support a local business, you're contributing to the local economy and making our community thrive. Spicer Brothers has been helping Delmarva families with their home improvement projects for over 20 years. So trust Spicer Brothers with your home, where every dollar stays right here on Delmarva, supporting real local people and their families.
If you live near Bethany and don't have plans, head on down for the Jazz Funeral. It starts in about 2 minutes at the north end of the Bethany Beach Boardwalk. We have full coverage of this awesome event tonight on Coast TV News at 11, Paul.
And we have full coverage of the awesome weather we're experiencing right now. In fact, we're going to settle to about 68 degrees, clear skies by 9 o'clock. By the way, keep in mind that you can keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away, sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalas, Brockstedt, and Federico. Here is a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Inside Edition is up next, and we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.